Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Whoosh Bounty Hunters is one of those real-time games, and right now that's going to turn some people off. And I said that every time I go into a real-time game, nothing will turn people off like maybe like dexterity, real-time. It just has this polarizing effect on people, and this is a real-time game. On top of it, you're going to be slamming your hands on top of people, so you have to be okay touching the people around you. In a post-COVID world, I'm not sure a lot of people like that. I've always been kind of grossed out about it a little bit. No offense, your hands are clean. It's the other people. It's just that real time of slamming down, so cards will be flipped, and with the icons match, you want to slam it down. You want to be the first one. That way you can get the card and score the points. There's positive and negative points that will come to the game. It's a very easy game to teach, very easy game to play. It's really going to come down to, are you okay with that real time? Can you calculate those icons quicker than the people around you? And that processing power of your brain is going to lead to whether you win or lose. So real time, whether you like that or not, the computing of the icons, do you like the slapping of the hands? Now the artwork, the look of the game, fantastic, phenomenal. It sells this game. And I kind of wish this universe was maybe in a different game and I would enjoy a little bit more. This game's okay. There's quite a few of these, like, it reminds me of the classic game of Set. You know, you're just looking for these sets that are coming out, with the icons that match, and you slap the hands down. Kids like it. I don't really like it when all the hands are touching, so for me, that's going to be a Purge. Here's Whoosh Bounty Hunters. You can see it's a really cute little bounty hunter monster on the front that you're going to be catching. Open it up, you're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. Now, as for the cards, you're going to get a bunch of monster cards, which will be these tarot-sized cards. And they're going to have little monsters on them with icons and the points that are listed on them. The other cards you're going to have are these weapon cards that you'll be playing out. Now, these are more square, where these are more tarot sides. But that's what you're going to get. As you can see, there's no insert or anything that really... I wanted to show you it all messed up so I could show you that there's no way to organize these cards really inside the box. Unless you're going to put them in baggies. And of course, a baggie this size will not work. But the artwork on the monsters, beautiful. Look at this. Just fantastic. And the weapons, a little bit more generic, I suppose, whatever. But you need to be able to look at these really, really quickly, I guess. The icons on the side are really important, but the components are good. Card's a little thin, but that's fine. It's going to be sitting on the table. Here's the rule book. You can see it's a little wordy on the front. When you open it up, you can start seeing the beautiful pictures. Picture of the components, picture of setup over here, and overview. No, not really pictures or examples once you get to that. Game in and some important notes. I'll tell you what the cards do, etc. And some credits on the back. You might need less than 10 minutes. This is really a game that you're not going to need a whole lot in order to understand what's going on. Very easy game to teach, very easy game to learn. So you see how the game's set up here for 3 players. You got the stacks of monsters in 3, and all the weapons cards have been shuffled up, and you have an even. So what's going to happen is you're going to put a monster card out from each of these decks, and these will be the icons that the players are trying to collect on the board at the same time. Now the game is going to end if one of these decks become empty, and then any of these that you collected face up, you'll get the points. If you collect them face down, you'll subtract the points. So let's stand it up like this. I would have 9 positive points minus 5, so my score would be 4. Now, if you're playing with, you need to look here, if you're playing with less than the full complement of 5, so if I was playing a 3-player game, this actually wouldn't be in the deck. So what's going to happen is the first player will flip over a card. The wand right here is wild. It can be any icon, and then the next person will flip over a card, and that tells you that it's not fire. Okay, because it has the X's on it. Next person will release, and it'll be a bow. And then you'll continue to do this. This is not a spell. This will all be going on in real time. And we have some swords included, and another bow. So, it looks like we have 2 bows, which we need. A sword we need, and a spell, but not a correct one, right? So if somebody grabbed this, this would be a negative and would go in their scoring pile as being negative points because we don't have it. But in fact, we do because we have the wild. So if you did grab this one, you would score positive if it is correct. And then you would get rid of the cards that have been played. This monster would come out and a new one would come out. And so you want to be the first one to slap down. If somebody goes on top of your hand, then the person that's on the bottom would get the card. And that's a quick overview of how you play Whoosh Bounty Hunters. Who should buy this game? Okay, so the artwork's beautiful. It's fantastic. I think universally people are going to love that. Do you like real time and do you like slapping each other's hands? If you're okay with those 2 things, like a kid's activity type thing, this game is going to play for you. If you do not like those two like little genres or aspects of this game, this is not going to be you. I think it really comes down to that. I'd even say the slapping of the hands really is going to determine whether you like this game better or not. There's quite a few of these that are out there. Remember Sticky Chameleon, I think Yellow came out with? We had this little sticky thing and you grab the cards. Kind of the same thing, but you're doing it with your hands. For me, it's a Purge. It's not something I want to play. I don't want my kids like hitting each other. It devolves into something I don't want to be a part of. And Whooshy Bounty Hunters will go right out the door for us. Purge.